Phone by Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Ambassador Bayoumi, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you. How are you?
How are you, sir? Ambassador Bayoumi, how do you weigh the timing of the visit by the Senegalese president to Cairo ahead of assuming the presidency of the African Union?
As a diplomat, I am so happy with those activities. Of course, we are present in Africa. In every single country you are there, but on the level of ambassadors. And sometimes some ministers would go in a visit or somewhere. But we were lacking for 20 years the most important weapon of our diplomacy, which is the summit, the level of presidency. And as any layman can realize during the news in the TV, that our president is meeting his colleague and brother with 8 ministers behind him. The guest also is coming with his concerned ministers. So it is a very important occasion in a very short time in order to take very important decisions in a very short time. So this is a big push to the relations, to review what's going on between Egypt and Senegal on the bilateral level, on the regional level, especially what's going on in Africa, bearing in mind that Senegal will be in the chairman place next year.
Yes.
Bearing in mind that Egypt is sending its experience or sharing its experience with Senegal, because Egypt was in the post of chairmanship in 2019. So many things on the bilateral and the regional level are there. On the international level, of course, many important things we are discussing: illegal migration, drug trafficking, money laundering, terrorism, and all of us, we are suffering of this, and we are committed according to our bilateral, regional, and international commitments that we have to fight all these crimes. Then you have the personal touch, what we call the chemistry between two leaders.
Yes.
It's quite obvious that there is this personal touch. I always recall this in the relation between our president and the Chancellor Angela Merkel in Germany.
Indeed.
It's or the president of France or the president of Russia. There is a personal touch, and it gives a lot because it creates a sort of confidence between countries and leadership.
Yes.
So we are waiting for many developments which will take place. This also a sort of creating new trade, new dimension of the investment. This means new jobs for our young generation who is seeking better life and better chances for investment and for work.
Yes. Mr. Ambassador, actually the talks in Cairo actually focus on the developments in the issue of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. How important from your point of view is coordinating positions among the different African states in this regard?
It is a sort of very subtle and soft diplomacy. Maybe you share me the idea that we do not make a big noise about this problem.
Yes.
Why? For many reasons. One of the reasons is that the technical complications behind this problem are satisfactory. The water is much more than the needs of Egypt or Sudan or Ethiopia. Second, that Ethiopia doesn't need the Blue Nile water because Ethiopia is depending totally on the rain source of water, not the River Nile. So, but I think, in my humble opinion, that this is a sort of political complications, especially that Ethiopia is internally have many internal and civil problems.
Yes.
So what we are doing, that we are sure that at the end of the day we shall reach a sort of agreement, and it's quite good diplomacy that we share our opinion with our guest, the president of Senegal. So he will be immediately in a few time to come.
Yes.
He will be the chairman of the African Union.
Indeed.
We can use his good offices to talk to our brothers in Ethiopia. So this one good result of such a meeting, that we are satisfying our need for water, to make our opinion quite clear to everybody. And here now we have the coming chairman of the African Union sharing with us this opinion, talking about it with the leadership in Ethiopia.
Yes.
So it is another step which will make us more and more satisfied.
Indeed. Mr. Ambassador, actually both sides agreed on the importance of the repercussions of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam on the entire population of the Nile Valley. How would you elaborate on that point?
As I said, water is not a problem. It is that they decide without any serious studies to double the capacity of the dam.
Yes.
This makes a huge quantity of water in a small area of land. We are not sure technically that the nature of the land in this place of Ethiopia can bear this weight of water, and it can threaten the dam itself.
Yes.
If something happens, of course, a huge quantity of water will be flooding
Indeed.
Sudan and maybe south of Egypt.
Yes.
This is our first problem. The second problem, that how long it would take them to fill the dam.
Yes.
Because if they are in a hurry, then of course they will affect our share of the water of the Blue Nile. Those two simple, very simple technical questions can be solved if we have good intention and good way to deal with it. So, but in general, I am quite sure, I look to the whole problem. It will solve itself by itself, but we need what we can call a deep breeze and deep patience to deal with this. And I am quite confident that our diplomacy is capable to deal with such a problem.
Hope so. Ambassador Gamal Bayoumi, former Assistant Foreign Minister, always a pleasure to listen to your precious input, sir. Thank you very much and have a